God forbid we don't have his shitty in. Oh, there we go.
Yep. Of course, and that's what they hear on.
In his own mind.
I meant for it yesterday, not today.
And very opinionated. It's time to get in the huddle with your host, Coach Muddle.
Hey, before we start, let me show everybody what Coach is going to look like when he freezes later. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, Coach told us he has small issues.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Listen, I got whoa. That's not it.
Oh God.
Again, that's what she said as well.
Yep, that's not it. That's good.
And again, I can't figure out why it says.
You can't. What's the matter?
Oh, here we go. All right, I'm in now. We're in. All right.
Okay. And are you sure? And again, is that what she said?
Yeah. He's lobbing the softballs to you, Captain.
Hey, today's softball day. I'm just giving you the easy ones, man.
Oh, poor Tommy. Tommy, Coach had technical difficulties, which is par for the course. But we couldn't take a call from Captain yesterday.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of issues. So
I didn't have internet yesterday, and I was ready to call in. In fact, I did call in,
and I talked to you.
I tried to call you back.
Yeah, and then it was like I wasn't even able to contact. I said, "Well, fuck this, man. I guess I get the day off."
And Coach, you might want to see because Captain, when he called, my phone rang, but you didn't hear it. So I don't know if Google Voice is okay or what. But you might want to look into that.
I will as soon as somebody calls. We'll check it out.
And see well, but if you're calling and it doesn't work, you're not going to know, Coach.
And then you could go on and and of course, yes, it's not Touchdown Tommy. It's the PB.
The Peter baby.
Yeah.
I missed all the gonorrhea talk on Thursday with Tommy.
Yeah, he apparently got gonorrhea in the eye or something. I don't know how that works, really.
It sucks being him, man. You know,
I thought it was herpes of the eye. I thought you get herpes, not gonorrhea in the eye.
Well, it depends upon the skank you're going down on. You can probably get herpes and gonorrhea, syphilis, HPV. You know, I don't know what Tommy was eating. You know,
my eyes are starting to itch just hearing it.
Now, granted, in his defense, this is well before he was married to his present wife.
Okay.
Well before he was married to his present wife. However, that doesn't say what happened prior to him being married to his wonderful English wife.
Ah, okay. Okay. All right. So
I think Angela's gone.
Let's say you.
I bet Oakland today, so I need Oakland to win, Angela. And yesterday, 2-0 for Nevada. Nick, I'll have some picks later too. I got some games today.
Oh, hold on, listen, because Nick's cousin got on me. He said Nick's just bent because he doesn't have his own music. So I dug this up just for everyone, okay?
Hey, it's Nevada Nick. I should have broke your thumb. And if you don't want Gazzo breaking your thumbs, then listen to Nick's picks exclusively in the huddle with Coach Muddle.
See? I dug it up deep in the archives. Deep in the archives, I found that one, man.
That's about a year old.
That's tried
last summer. Yeah.
That's 2. That was even before. That was back when we were on our radio days for the 4-letter network.
Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive, buddy.
Wow.
Okay, I was going to say the good thing is that it's not copyrighted music because I have my own music that I used to use whenever I was on. I say that my walk-up song is Ted Nugent. Oh shit, what the hell is it called? The one that was in Invincible. The really awesome Ted Nugent song.
I have no clue.
I'll have it for you in just a second because I know what it is.
Coach, you're wrong. It was last summer. You're wrong.
It wasn't last summer.
No, you started. We'll be 2 years this Super Bowl, so it was last summer. It was
Stranglehold.
Yeah.
Stranglehold. That is my song, but I can't use it because it's it's copyrighted. So as soon as you put it on, then you get a YouTube strike, and I can't do it. Oh, by the way, I got a YouTube strike for I was doing a show, and it was even a promo show, but I had the TV on, right? So Aerosmith's song came in on one of the commercials. So I got a effing YouTube strike on the commercial because Aerosmith's song was in the background and it picked it up. It says, "You have a violation of YouTube privacy, blah, 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 blah." And I had to knock out the song. Wow. So you even got to be aware when you just have TV on. If it's something that's copyrighted and it's on your show, then you're screwed.
Now, Coach, can I get into something real quick with the Phillies?
Go ahead.
Oh, man, the Phillies last night, just two horrendous defensive plays. The one, Hoskins clearly calls for the ball. Routine pop-up. I mean, that a Little League kid could make. Hoskins clearly calls for the ball. Segura runs across the pitcher's mound, calls him off, misses the ball. It's 6-6. They give up 2 runs to go down 8-6. They end up scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th, which means they would have won the game just to tie it. And then they get to the top of the 10th. Roman Quinn misjudges a fly ball, becomes as you know, a guy starts on second now in the new extra inning rule. Right. So it becomes in a 2-run inside the park home run. I mean, the Phillies, man, they're hitting well. Their starting pitching's doing well. The bullpen sucks. And the defense has been horrendous. And it's just, we can't beat the Orioles. We can't beat the Marlins. And I know it's early, but look, man, this year, it's your 60 games. It's a sprint, not a marathon.
Yeah, I tell you, I was watching the Phillies last night in between watching, and I know we'll get into it in a minute, that super awesomely long game that the Lightning were in, and again, we'll talk about the Lightning game as well. But I was popping back and forth, and it finally got to a point where I went to the Phillies, and every time I popped over, like in a break, they were losing. And I'm like, God, this sucks. So after the Lightning won, a certain other lady that kind of lives in the house with me, she says, "Can we watch something else?" So we ended up watching, I think it was one of those movies on like the FX channel, right? Then after the movie, I pop over to, and it was MAS or Mazin, because that's what I didn't get the Philly broadcast because they didn't have a Philly broadcast on. I was watching on Mazin their after game interviews. I saw what you were talking about with the Gene Segura pop fly crap, and I'm like, what the hell? And it also said that the guy, what's his name, Mays or Hayes or whatever the hell, the Oriole guy that had inside the Parker. No, not the guy who doesn't do his taxes.
Roman Quinn was the center fielder.
Okay, no, Roman Quinn I know because he's actually the cousin of a person I work for down here.
Okay.
So not that one, but I didn't see that play, but I saw how it said X player hits first inside the Parker for the Orioles since like 2011. Right. And then they showed the score, and I was like, what do you mean it was close? It was like 10-9 or whatever the hell it was. And when I kept popping over, it was like 5-3 Orioles, 7-3 Orioles. And I said, fuck this. I'm not watching the Phillies or lose again. Right. So I missed all of the good stuff.
The Phillies went into the 9th up 6-5, blew that lead. Harper had a 2-run home run to tie the game. And then they took a 1-run lead. Hector Neris comes in and blows the save. And then they obviously, the pop-up. It was a disaster. And, Captain, I don't know if I'm curious. Which game was longer? The Flyers-Penguins game that went 5 overtimes or that Tampa Bay game? Because I know the goalie set the record for most saves in a game. I'm almost positive of that.
Right, he did.
But I'm not sure which game was longer because I think they might be the 2 longest ever.
Right. Well, it's not the 2. It's the 2 longest in modern times because the 2 longest games are like from the 30s or 40s, and they went like 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. The Flyers Penguins game, which I remember watching, by the way, way back when. Yeah, that was a little bit longer because it went to like I think we said like 9:40 into the 5th overtime or 9:40 left, and this one was like about a minute less. It was like 10 minutes something when Point had that goal.
Yeah.
And as we were talking about off camera, I was pissed. I was pissed that the Lightning won. And again, I don't mind the Lightning as my second favorite team, unless they're playing my Flyers, and fuck them, I don't like them at all. But the way that the goalie for the let me see, Columbus was saying your senior year cap. Respect my authority. There you go. I'm going to throw some Cartman at you. But watching the Primo game, which was like about a minute longer, the amount of saves that the Columbus goaltender had, and he was peppered. He had 88 shots that were there, and there were some shots that were shots on goal that really didn't even really count, but he was peppered all night last night, and he stood on his head. That's why I said that I was rooting for the Blue Jackets to win because of exactly all of the saves that he made. The other guy who set the mark for amount of ice time was like a 65 minutes or so, which is another NHL record. Columbus deserved to win, and I really hope that Columbus can come back from that and actually kind of. I wouldn't be disappointed if the Lightning are not in the next round, shall we say? Right. Because I don't want to see the Lightning. I tell you what, watching the Bruins today, because I watched the Bruins as well. The Bruins actually looked like that number one seed that they were prior to the what do you call it? The little mini tournament. They looked really good today, and took a Rask back at goal.
Yeah.
And Bergeron, who I can't is it Marchand I don't like, or is it Bergeron? I don't like I don't like them. That whole line I don't like. They're a bunch of bad.
Any team with their experience, just like the Blackhawks. I mean, Blackhawks have won 3 Stanley Cups in the last 10 years. You can't count out teams like that. Just like the Capitals. I know they only have 1, but still, you don't count out a guy like Ovi and TJ O'Shea. I mean, and what's it, Holtby as their goalie, I think. Is that his last name? Yeah. Yep. You don't count out guys like that. But, man, how would you feel if you're that Columbus goaltender and put that kind of performance in for a loss? That's tough. I mean, he played just a legendary game.
You played that long, and to be on the losing side is going to be tough for them. So we'll see how they bounce back.
And, I mean, you got to figure they essentially played – 2.5 games last night. Yeah,
exactly.
And now they're going to turn around and play tomorrow again, I believe. So I think that goes every other day is what they're doing. So
Vegas is not that great, Jason. I don't know why you're popping Vegas. I don't know what the hell does Vegas have.
Well, Vegas won, but they're the number 1 seed. But like I said, the Western Conference really doesn't excite me. The Eastern Conference is where the talent's at. Boston, Washington, all those teams.
Yeah, the Western Conference has all that gonorrhea and crap that we were talking about earlier. Those are the whores that don't get checked regularly. Whereas the prime ladies are in the East. That is Philly. Yeah. That is Tampa Bay. That is Boston. That is Washington. I tell you, I'll take the East every day of the week.
Oh yeah, it's almost like the NFC and AFC. I think the NFC is much more deeper. I think a lot of people feel like the AFC, no offense, Captain, but it's the Chiefs Ravens. That's what a lot of people think. Right. A lot of the experts, those are the teams. It's those two are going to make it to the Super Bowl, one of those two. And then the NFC, man, you got I think it's Saints and Niners are the top 2, but then there's a lot of teams nipping at them. You got the Bucks are going to be good. You got the Eagles, Cowboys,
I don't agree with
Seattle.
That.
You don't think the Bucks? No, I mean,
I
don't know.
I think
if their line plays good, I think they can be dangerous. But that's what scares me is their offensive line. It is. I agree. Yeah. But I think their defense is underrated, and you got Tom Brady there now. And I worry about the running back situation as well.
Who?
Your boy, your favorite player.
Never heard of him. Well, I'm saying, like I said, that local team here in Tampa, they're going to be a good team, okay? But they got to get past the Saints for one thing, okay? and hang out. I saw brothels, and I wasn't able to read the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need me to put that back up?
No. I can read it in the comments because Angela talking about brothels, just intrigued
brothels are illegal in Vegas. You got to go outside of town.
Yeah, you got to
go outside of town.
My friend told me that. I don't know personally.
No, it's true, and I was told by people.
Yeah, but
anyway,
on the strip, they'll hand you flyers for literally like call services and things like that. Like I said, once again, this isn't from me. That's from my buddy Stiz. You can blame him.
Hey, Stiz fucks on the first date, man. That's a great guy. Anyway, what were we talking about before we got rudely interrupted?
All right. Well, anyway, I want to throw this out because today. Well, go ahead, Nick. What am I?
No, because Captain was trying to get back to something, and you just skipped. Go ahead, Coach.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. Look for now. The one thing that Jason Dean did say that is true is that there's about the money ranch. But another thing that he said that is true is that the quality of teams in the East, they are going to beat up on each other. But I still think that immense quality of those teams in the end are going to beat whatever the West has. In fact, I don't think Vegas and Calgary and St. Louis, those teams, they don't have enough, and they're going to kind of like slide on by when whoever wins out in the West. They're not going to be battle seasoned and toughened, where I think whoever comes out of the East is just going to kick their ass. Probably 4-2.
Now, Captain, we didn't yesterday get your opinion. Obviously, you weren't on. What's your whole take on Big Ten, Pac-12 calling off the season for the fall?
I tell you, man, and I'm glad you brought it up because I was like, of course, the show I missed, and this is the best part of college football going right down to tubes. As I said the other day, the SEC is the linchpin. The SEC is still waiting. They haven't said anything yet because they want to play football. And other than Scott Frost in Nebraska, who is still holding out hope, and actually I think you might have a mutiny, a coup, shall we say, if the Big 12 or whatever that friggin' conference is in the middle of the United States is, if they say we're not going to play, but Nebraska wants to, I think Nebraska might say, fuck you, we're going to play and we'll insert ourselves
in the Big Ten now, Captain.
So, okay, well,
but so Nebraska said they want to play, though. They did.
Yeah, they want to play. Yeah. So don't be surprised if Nebraska pulls like that JMU stuff, saying, hey, we want to play. So there might be a little divergence of some of the colleges that want to play, and they have like an independent conference that comes in and inserts themselves into whoever is playing. Yeah. I still think that the SEC is going to play. That's just me. I think the ACC is going to play. And I think that the Big 12
is
and
teetering,
the Big 10.
Yeah.
I mean, do I applaud them for kind of like saying, there's a lot of things that are screwed up and really we don't know what's going on? Yeah, but there's nothing saying it's going to get any better in the spring.
They're worried about their pocketbook. They don't care about the kids. It's about their pocketbook. So I don't buy any of that. It's about they're going to say safety all day, but that's horse crap.
Well, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if they're going to push the issue, then why are they saying, well, we have the hearts and minds of our kids, our athletes, our
of course they got to do that for PR.
Bullshit.
The NCAA is full of shit. Everybody knows that. They don't care nothing about that.
They're saying we're going to wait until the spring. Who's to say it's going to be fixed by the spring?
But not just that. I mean, how is it okay for kids to play 2 football seasons in that short of a span? That makes no sense either. They're essentially going to have no time off. And then we already talked about they're going to lose all the talent. I know Ohio State's really upset. They're the preseason number 1. And now, I mean, I just don't see – I know the coach Day came out today and said he wants to start in January. But the thing that bothers me is they all should have – first of all, take a step back, take a deep breath, and talk about this. You had the Pac-12 talking about how that heart condition, if you contract corona, myocardia or whatever they call it, that you can get, and then in saying that the kids are at risk, and then you have the ACC medical people saying it's completely safe. So, I mean, it just makes no sense to me. And now you're going to get, especially if they do these split seasons, it's going to be an asterisk. Nobody's going to, I mean, and to me, and I think you guys agree, I would tend to lean towards the fall season if this is how it goes, and it's the SEC, Pac-12, and Big 12, or not Pac-12, SEC, ACC, Big 12, because the only team in the Big 10 or Pac-12 that I think really had a shot was Ohio State, and maybe Penn State if they beat Ohio State. Other than that, I didn't really think any of those teams were going to be in the playoff. I'm not a big Pac-12 guy.
But I think that's right, because the Pac-12 doesn't really have a top 10 team. I know a lot of people had Oregon.
They even have a top 20 team?
But,
they suck.
They're just not. The Pac-12 is just not have enough dominance to be able to be relevant. So no one cares that the Pac-12, because everybody's sleeping. Who matters in football? Everybody's sleeping when they play. So no one cares.
Right. Well, but you know what? The teams aren't as talented.
For you, Nevada, Nick, because you're a degenerate and you're up at 11 o'clock watching. I got to stay up 1 o'clock. Hawaii comes on at 1 a.m. I got to watch the Hawaii game.
Always bet over in a Hawaii game.
That's true.
It's like the Phoenix Suns when Steve Nash was there. Everybody used to bet over. But no, yeah, I mean, I think they kind of rushed to judgment. I mean, look, the Big Ten wasn't getting started till September 26th. That's over 6 weeks away. I mean, give it some time. I don't understand it, and I don't see how you have spring football. I really don't. I mean, how are you going to rule eligibility? One, you know what I mean? How's that come into play? And then how are you going to rule on, like I said, kids that want to, know they're going to be a top 3 or 4th round pick. They're not going to play. They're not going to take the risk.
Right. And if you're considered a top 100, you're not playing.
Right. And if you're the ACC, you want Trevor Lawrence to play because it's good for your conference.
Because it's good for your conference, but he's not playing. He's a top 5 pick.
Exactly. So if you lose them, you have Clemson that isn't nearly as good. They're going to lose Lawrence, and the ACC now. Man, you take him out of the picture and Clemson, let's say they're a top 10 team, but a not top 3 team now. I mean, you got a top 10 team and then nobody else. I know you like Pittsburgh, Coach, but not a lot of talent in the ACC. I do think they're up and coming too, but still.
One other thing that you have to think about, okay, and maybe it's just me throwing it out there, but if you have the teams that wait until the spring, okay, and they do their season in the spring, and then you have the other teams that only do it in the fall, you're literally going to have 2 college football champions in what they're going to do, the fall league and then the spring league, because they're going to say, hey, we played in the spring, so we need to have our champion crowned as well. So you're going to have a season where you have a remember how they used to have the AP
co-champion.
Yeah, but no, really, no, wait, don't shake your head, Coach, because they're going to say, well, we played our schedule against our people, so we should have our champion.
No, and I think the last time that was what?
19. Sorry about your luck, Buttercup.
But the last time that happened was what? 90 with Washington, and was it
Georgia Tech?
Right. Yeah, they both were co-champions.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't happened in 30 years.
Since they stopped voting and actually went to a playoff, there's no more ties, so to speak.
No, I got that. They're gonna have the guys who play in the fall are gonna have their own championship series. The guys that play in the spring are gonna say, hey, we need to have our championship series so we can figure out who the best team is for this little thing. So they're going to have a champion in the fall /winter and a champion in the spring /early summer. And then they're going to crown 2 national champions this year just to throw some more monkey in the wrench.
Yeah, and then how about this factor too? Let's say they do it like this and we have the split seasons. And then you play in spring and one of your top guys gets hurt and now he's going to miss the upcoming next fall. I mean, so you got to look in that where you're going to have a real full season again hopefully, Lord willing, obviously. But I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I think there should have been a better solution, but the NCAA, like always, is always behind the times, just like they are with the basketball and football and paying these kids. And, I know, Coach, you're a component of, they have a scholarship, but they shouldn't be walking around with they should get a little bit more money in their pocket. These kids are making.
No.
They're making hundreds of million, Coach, for these universities.
But okay.
Penn State alone is going to lose $300 million if they don't play football. $300 million.
Okay. But here's the thing.
No, don't do it, Jason.
You're getting a $200,000 education. Okay, you're walking out of school debt free.
Kids aren't getting education,
but you're eating better than the average student. Okay, because come on, you don't get that physique without having a great diet. They're not freaking eating McDonald's every day.
Right. And Coach, how was when you played VCR programming? That was really a tough class, right? You got that? Did that prepare you for
underwater fire prevention? Okay, underwater fire prevention. That was a hard class, man. All right,
just like these kids in college basketball.
Greek basket weaving, baby. Greek basket weaving. And then you have Roman basket weaving and Greek basket weaving and Chinese basket weaving. So you'd have the whole basket weaving family to make sure you went on your career path that these kids are on. They're on a football career path.
Right.
Okay. There should be something. It's these schools, and I kind of agree with Nick. These schools are keeping these kids there to up their money. Yeah, they're giving them a bunch of food. They're giving them really all these perks. There's flying whole baskets that the kids get a chance to go through from the other.
A lot of those kids are in a better place by being at school.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay. We're talking about the money they're making. And Coach, they're not even allowed to. Okay, I agree. That Terrell Pryor thing, he traded memorabilia for tattoos. Like they should be able to at least sell their likeness.
Right.
And
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I don't agree with is because once you start paying kids, now it becomes, well, Alabama's paying this much. Well, LSU is paying this much. Well, it becomes now.
They do that already, Coach.
I know, and you're right. But then you can't. You say there's only certain amounts.
It doesn't matter. What it hurts is the small schools. The small schools are dead. They're done. Then there's no more other college football except for Power 5. Everybody else is going to be done.
That's what it is now.
No, it's not. It's not. So small schools get to play the Power 5 and make a payday so they can keep their program alive. They can't afford to pay kids. Come on now.
Well, but still, it don't matter in the end. Are any of those teams playing in bowl games or in the playoffs?
What?
Are any of those teams playing in bowl games or in the playoffs?
We played in the bowl game. I mean, we didn't get.
Yeah, I know, but bowl games that people give a shit about, not the freaking
we were in the kickoff classic. Played on Memorial Day or Labor Day, rather.
Any bowl game that is before December 20th is a bullshit bowl.
I would almost go December 30th. To be honest.
Okay, well, I'm being nice because there are some that are on like 21, 22 that you start getting into the real big things, right? Some bowls that are, the
Subway football,
the Weed Eater New York Yankee Pinstripe Bowl is played on what? Definitely before December 20th. Okay,
right. Because the Boca Bowl is on December 15th or something.
TaxSlayer.com Bowl. I think that's one.
If you have like 3 fucking sponsors just so you can get people into a bowl, that'll tell you something about. We don't care about you, bowl. And there were people that are actually, and I saw this. There was actually a toilet bowl that was being considered.
Oh, wrong one.
The Charmin toilet bowl or something like that. I can't.
That's not Charlie Sheen. I want everybody to know that. I put that guy up there. Okay,
he sleeps with the fishes.
And that I show this to every boy that comes by to pick up my daughter. Don't be this guy. because this is the guy that was late bringing my daughter home. So if you see all the holes, I know he has a gun.
May his first child be a manly child.
But hey, and I just want you to know, I want to be clear. That's at 30 yards. So if you're closer, just think,
you're in trouble.
How better I am.
Yeah,
how much better I am.
Once again, Coach, when you look at all those bowls, why do you think they don't want to get rid of them? Because it's all the money that's getting funneled to all those conferences that they want to do. And once again, it's all about the NCAA money. I mean, you talk about the biggest corrupt organization it's so bad, the NCAA, what they're doing. I mean, these kids, they don't care about them. You know, they got the ones where they'll give them a scholarship and then they can revoke it and say, we don't want you no more. Goodbye.
Right. It's a one-year deal. It's a one-year deal. It is a one-year deal.
That's BS.
And what about I'm sorry. What about the kids that are being pushed through school that are not getting an education, Coach? Dexter Manley, shall we say, who is a fundamental illiterate. The kid's out of Free Shoes University.
It's
Free Shoes University, Coach, which is people would say a viable institution in the state of Florida. Bullshit. These kids are coming out of Free Shoes University and they can't spell cat if you give them a C and a T. That's an old joke.
Yo, Coach, you want to put up what Stiz said? I didn't hear about that. Did anybody you guys hear about that?
I know they were walking, but I didn't. They must.
I wonder how much money they're talking, because it's going to be the biggest money ever for a tight end. It's going to be a lot.
He's worth it.
Oh no, I agree. It's just I'm curious to see, because the other biggest contract was probably given out to I'm forgetting his name, the guy from Atlanta, Hooper. I think he got the highest contract ever for a tight end. And
I say who?
Yeah. Exactly. And so I would think Kittle's going to probably at least double that.
Didn't he go to Tennessee? The tight end from Atlanta to Tennessee.
I'll look that up, Coach.
Yeah, Jason D and Dan Morgan again. You know, and he went to U. Remember, you can't spell scum without folks. That's my thought for the day.
Here it is, guys. They're saying that Kittle's going to sign a 6-year extension, $95 million.
96.4. Wow.
15.8 per year. It's a lot of money for
he's receiver money.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. But he is a receiver, and he's a hell of a blocker too. Yeah. I mean, he's not. I think it's pretty. I think everybody would hear agree. I love Travis Kelce. I love Darren Waller, but George Kittle's the best tight end in football.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Hooper went to Cleveland. Okay, thank you.
That's right. Thanks, Jason.
Stiz, and then Stiz, got to go back to the other thing. We're not putting you up anymore. Sorry, Stiz.
Bring back the T-shirt, dude.
Yeah, bring back your third grade picture.
He's got to change his profile pic just to do that, Coach. It makes me happy. We've seen it 400 times.
Just leave it. He's got one or two choices.
On this show, there's only one profile pic.
Those are the two choices.
Yeah.
What's the other choice? I fuck with the first date or what?
Oh, my hole is your goal.
Oh, my hole is your goal. That's a good shirt too.
No, and that'll be
your hole is my goal.
Your hole is my goal.
That's maybe a Wednesday pick, but the other 3 days of the week, it's I fuck on the first date, man. You got to have that on there.
I think Stiz missed me saying he was the guy who told me about Vegas. Variety is the spice of life.
Is he out horn? He's got
Jason
like 3.
I think Kelce already has that.
Herpes and gonorrhea and syphilis and HPV and from Angela.
Yeah, Angela's not putting up the score anymore. Did she leave?
No, it's 5-4. Yeah, she might have. Yeah, I'm following. It's still 5-4.
As long as they win.
All right. So, the Raiders signed someone, Captain. Did you see that? Defensive lineman.
A who?
A defensive lineman.
News to me, Coach. I'm very sorry. I actually was kind of doing some work today.
Oh, okay. Let me scroll back up here.
Yeah.
Raiders are signing veteran defensive lineman former first-round pick Dante Jones. Per league sources.
Dante Jones.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
No clue.
Okay.
No clue. I tell you one thing. They let the other kid, Deion Jordan, walk. And the Raiders had him last year, and he was getting his life together. I actually wanted to see him come back. But, it's one of those, I sound like Bill Murray here. Cinderella story, Cinderella story, for Deion Jordan. But he got his life back together, and I think he signed a contract. I believe it was with the Seahawks. So he goes to the Seahawks, which is obviously the place that I believe, if you went to Seahawks, in place of some clown E. Get it? Some clown E. But anyway, Dante Jones, no clue.
Okay.
No clue. I'd have to get a bio on him. He doesn't sound familiar to me, which is why he's probably a first rounder that definitely did not produce in the NFL, because I have no clue who he is. Yeah, Jordan is in Seattle. There you go. So I was right there, Deion Jordan. I wanted to see him come back, but I think his asking price was a little bit too much for the Raiders. And I'm telling you, the Raiders are all about giving people that were high draft picks that didn't really pan out. And it's kind of like the Raiders. Now, granted, this is after Al Davis as well. This is after.
Well, he was the Packers' first round pick.
Okay.
And yeah. Did I not? I said his name wrong. That's why.
Datone Jones?
Dayton? That one.
Okay.
That one.
That one. That is what it looks like. That one.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, obviously did not do anything to have any name recognition. He got caught with a transvestite. No team would. Are you serious?
I hope not.
What?
Because if that happened, just call Coach up for advice. I'll let you know, because he's had the same issue. Coach is known as what's his name? Hugh Grant. That's Coach's alias.
No, I thought that was Eddie Murphy.
No, it's Hugh Grant. Eddie might have happened to Eddie Murphy too. Yeah, I think Hugh Grant.
I thought it was Charlie Murphy that got caught with the TV.
The Hugh Grant. Remember he had to go on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Remember how that turned Jay Leno around? Letterman was beating Leno in the late night wars, and then he got Hugh Grant on, and that's what kind of turned it for Leno.
Yeah, I remember that. Interview. Boy, I tell you, you talk about somebody that came in there just ready to eat shit with Hugh Grant talking in on that one, man. Oh, okay, no, he's kidding. I'm like, really? Because we definitely missed the news cycle on that.
Yeah, where was the news cycle on that?
Yeah.
The gentlemen, ladies, I guess, I don't know what you call them down there. They all know you, Nick. They all know you down there. Just ask, hey, where's Nevada Nick? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. No,
well, I don't even know if the Bunny Ranch is still open, because Dennis Hopp, who's a personal friend of mine, he passed away. Yeah, Dennis Hopp. I know Dennis real well.
Yeah, they closed it. And remember, folks, if you ever go to Thailand, I will tell you this. The best looking women in Thailand
are men.
Aren't.
Right.
My buddy in the next room over found out personally after I tried to warn him, and me and my lady, who was a real lady, giggled our goony goo goo asses off in homage to Mr. Eddie Murphy as well. Yeah.
Yep, that's what they call him.
Big Nicky. Ooh.
What's the matter here? Why is it?
Did you freeze, Coach? Yeah, he did again. There he goes. There he goes.
Thank you. That's right. That's what they call him, Big Nicky.
They're he-she's. Everybody knows they're he-she's.
Look, surprise.
If I was allowed to, it's about a 5-minute story, but it was when I was in the Navy, and we hit Thailand. I will be more than happy to tell it. Maybe I'll save it for my show tomorrow night if people remind me, okay. About the story. But it's funny. It's funny.
Okay.
I feel bad for him, man.
And the best thing is I tried to warn him. Because my girl told me, said that, hey, is that your friend? And now I'm going to do the Philippine accent because I can't do a Thai accent. I can do the Philippine accent really well. Something Wong. Yeah, there you go. But I can do the Philippine accent really well. And she was like, is that your friend? I said, yes. He said, that is not the girl that he's going out with. So again, you got a picture with a Thai accent because I can't do a Thai girl's accent. Philippine
Jason,
girls,
just tell him you know Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
Oh, fuck you, Tommy.
Well, we all know it was you, Captain. Oh man, Tommy.
You know what, Tommy? Go get that gonorrhea stench out of your fucking eyes that you had from the other day. Okay? Get the chlamydia, the gonorrhea, the HPV, the herpes, and just all of the literal crap that was built up into your fucking gonorrhea infested eyes,
Coach,
and go wash yourself.
Get the leaky faucet. Get the sound effect for us for Tommy.
and of course, just as Captain goes into his rants, my wife walks in the room.
Oh.
My wife, United States Navy chief, retired. That's why we have a potty mouth. Apologies, apologies here. So there you go.
All right. So we'll do this one more.
It's Nevada Nick. I should have broke your thumb. And if you don't want Gazzo breaking your thumbs, then listen to Nick's Picks exclusively in the Huddle with Coach Muddle.
Just thought I'd play that again.
I gotta get a drop too. So there you go.
We'll get you a drop, Captain. We're gonna get something for you.
We had a little better equipment when we were doing those.
Yeah,
obviously we were in this studio with the old four-letter place.
We had carte blanche of the radio station. So,
I got about 100 battery phone chargers that you can just plug into a thing from them the one day. I guess we won't. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just put it this way: he loaded up the prize pack. Some people thought they were winning prize packs, and when they went back to get them, they weren't there anymore because they walked out the door with a whole giant trash bag full of prize packs.
Come on, it's Nevada Nick, man. If it's not nailed down, he's taking it with him.
So I thought I'd set up the green room, make it look good. It's Nevada Nick coming in. He took everything with him. I mean, I thought he was going to take the table and chairs still.
Nah, if it was the green room, it was probably the green that was coming out of Tommy Bouchane's eyes.
Man, I love when Tommy and Captain go at it, man. Ooh.
Yeah, I know, man. But it seems unfortunate that you guys only go at it like this.
Yeah, when you're on, you're right, Coach.
And
I would say that's more Tommy, not Captain.
Right. Because Captain runs his mouth irregardless,
Right.
I mean,
Coach, honestly, that is not a word.
What?
Irregardless.
Oh, did I say that? All right.
Yes, you did, sir.
He's got no knowledge of the dictionary anyway, Captain.
I don't even know the dictionary. I don't even know.
Who's this Webster guy? Why the fuck does he got a book?
Why does he have a book that big?
He thinks Webster's the short actor from the.
No, Webster's the center for the Steelers.
No, I was going to change my name to Webster so I could tell everybody I had a book.
Oh, bullshit. Never had.
He was on every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Until yesterday.
You never had me on.
Yeah, that's what she says when they're talking about you, Tommy.
Oh, man.
Well, plus, after wearing his mask, Gladiator got us for copyright infringement with Tommy on.
Yeah. Here you go. Here, this is a good one, Stiz.
There you go.
That's great. You see that cigar, man? That thing's like
it looks like you're giving some head there, Steve. I mean, come on, man. Change your damn picture, dude.
That's a Bill Clinton special, baby.
That's how Steve's like. Another one with that
woman.
The Bill Clinton.
Good old
special.
Willie.
Yeah.
He liked the wet in his Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, funny, man. So,
now, Coach, I do have some picks tonight. If you want me to give them.
All right, hold on, before you get to it.
Okay.
Hey, it's Nevada Nick. I should have broke your thumb. And if you don't want Gazzo breaking your thumbs, then listen to Nick's picks exclusively in the Huddle with Coach Muddle.
So hockey-wise, I'm going to stay away tonight. I don't know why. I told Captain Jack this before we got on air. I got a bad feeling about the Flyers tonight. Not in the series. I like the Flyers in 6, but I just think after winning those 3 games against the top 3 teams in the East, you're the number 1 seed. Maybe you're feeling yourself a little bit. You come out tonight and get a little humbled. I hope they win. Maybe it's the Philly fan in me. I'm just a little leery about the Flyers tonight.
I agree.
But I do like Phillies tonight. I think they bounce back. I'm sure, as Coach knows, Girardi probably lit into them last night. Because I know if I was the manager, I mean, it would have been the baseball bat against the Gatorade thing. It would have been pretty. It would have been pretty bad. So I like the Phillies to bounce back tonight. So that's my pick for tonight. I think the Phillies come out and get a W against the Orioles. I'm not a big Eflin guy, but like I said, I think Girardi probably ripped into them last night and really set a fire under their ass. Hopefully they get it together here.
Probably it would be just like the scene that they had in Bull Durham. The Durham Bulls coach, comes in there and says, throws all the baseball bats into the shower. What you got there? Bunch of lollygaggers, lollygagging down to first base, lollygagging down to what do you call that? And then of course, what's his name? Robert Wall says, lollygaggers, coach? Yeah, lollygaggers. There you go. So I'm sure, and that's obviously the abridged non-Tommy gonorrhea in his eye version. Okay.
Well, now we know why Nevada Nick has Stiz as his good luck charm. And here I found this one too, real quick.
Want to go from the alley, hiding on pork and beans, to making that money and dining with kings and queens? Listen to Nick's picks exclusively in the Huddle with Coach Muddle.
And then the other pick too, Coach. I like the Twins tonight. Kenta made it. I think he's 3-0 or 2-0, one of the two. But he got a real good ERA. He's done good so far over in Minnesota. Minnesota not playing too good, got swept by Kansas City, but I think they bounce back tonight and get a win. So I like the Phillies and the Twins tonight. And going off a 2-0 night last night. So hopefully
you like
we keep
tomato in Minnesota?
Kenta Maeda, the pitcher. Oh,
go with me, Nick.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't following here, Captain. My fault.
Yeah,
all right.
Tomato in Minnesota.
Yeah. Bet the tomato on in Minnesota. Yeah. There you go. So why not? So so we got Nick's picks in for tonight. Got so good show. It was.
Put up that comment from Chris Lentz. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that or not.
Where is it? Hold on.
The only good thing about last night was the cardboard cutout.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Do you know, Captain?
Yes, I do. And if you guys get a chance to, it's probably somewhere on YouTube or Fox Sports Net or something like that. Apparently, Kutch is playing left field, and I didn't see what the play was, but I saw that at the end of the play, he was over there by the foul line, so he tosses the ball to the cardboard cutout just like it was a regular game, So,
okay.
And then of course, like McCarthy is like, "Hey, some lucky fan just got a foul ball from Andrew McCutcheon, you know. So.
Tom McCarthy really annoyed me last night because when the whole pop-up problem happened, the pop-up that Segura and Hoskins messed up, he said it was a miscommunication. No, it wasn't. It was bad baseball. It was shitty baseball. That's how I said it. And it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I miss Harry. I'm used to Harry Callis, who's just the top of the game. I was spoiled for years.
Is Harry's son still do the Tampa games?
Who?
Todd.
Harry's
son.
Not Todd, sure. No, Todd Callis, I think, went over to Houston because he was in
Tampa when he was there when they played the World Series. I know that.
Right. I think Todd Callis went to Houston. You can check that. But I remember Harry Callis and Richie Ashburn and By Strom. That's how old I am.
And those two. I mean, Harry was heartbroken when Richie died. And Richie, that was his biggest fear, was dying alone too, when he died in his hotel room. And that was. I'm glad because Harry never called a World Series because '80 he didn't really call that. He redid it. He didn't really call the '80 World Series. So he did call '93, but I meant he never called a World Series win. I meant where they won the World Series. Right. So that was good. Another thing I thought, talking about cardboards. Cutouts. They had a cardboard cutout of the guy from Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes,
I saw that. That was great. I love that.
What, in Philly?
No, I don't know if it was Philly, but somewhere they had Bernie sitting out there.
Somewhere they had it. Yes.
Yeah. So I was right. Todd Callis is in Houston. So again, thanks for legitimizing that for me, Chris, because I know he moved on. But yeah, I remember when Todd Callis was here. And I will plug it. I definitely will plug it
there, Angela. There you go.
There you go. For Life R Raider story. Make sure you're going over to YouTube and check out some really great production by Angela Pacheco.
It's very good.
Pacheco, Q, Thor, and the new guy, Omar. So that's their crew of 5. Great stories. Check out For Life R Raider story. And but Jason Dean isn't going to subscribe. But if you don't want to subscribe to her, and you'd be a fool not to, you can also subscribe to mine.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. Go subscribe to mine. Because starting next week, guys, starting next week, we're going to start alternating the show, streaming on YouTube, streaming Facebook. And look at Nick's face. He just went, oh man, he put his hands in his face.
Well, I love the communication, Coach,
we're gonna start. Maybe if you come to the pre-show meetings on time.
Pre-show meeting, and Coach, I'm always here on time. Don't go there. But like you already fuck up Facebook all the time. I can't wait to see how you do with YouTube.
Well, maybe it'll be different with YouTube. We're gonna try it out.
I highly doubt it. I'm sure it's gonna be worse.
He can fuck up on 2 platforms. That makes
why should I be solely screw up on one spot when I can do it in 2?
Yeah, that makes it a more valuable asset because you can fuck up not on 1 but on 2.
I'm a well-rounded fuck up. How's that?
Well-rounded fuck up. That's a way to put it, Coach. I hope your wife's not in the room right now.
No, she's not.
If she is, just say it's me swearing because all my people know I swear.
No, she knows that I'm. I have a mouth like a sailor as well. So
Okay,
that was you saying it and not me. So
Chris Lentz, there you go. NBC Sports Net Philadelphia. That'll show you the cardboard cutout with McCutcheon flipping to the cardboard cutout. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I won't go on NBC Sportsnet Philadelphia because I'm very upset with them right now. They fired a bunch of people last week. I love Derek Gunn for the Eagles. They got rid of him. They've gotten rid of a lot of the older people. It's just not what it was, being from Philly. It used to be Comcast Sportsnet, and then as soon as NBC bought it, they've really been going downhill. Lost a lot of the talent there, and I'm sure. You guys probably know he is. They're saying Michael Barkan, who's really big up here, his job may be in question too. He hosts all the post-game lives and used to host a thing called Daily News Live, which I miss. That, man, religiously, when I got home at 5 o'clock when I was younger, I used to watch Daily News Live. That was the thing when, the Eagles were going in the early 2000s and, when I was in high school in the late 90s. And, so not like I said, I'm not a big fan of NBC Sportsnet Philadelphia right now.
That's a shame. The quality there's a lot of quality folks that are, because they're making too much money because they're quality. So what they'll do is they'll get rid of one or two guys and then have the money to hire about 20 production assistants that have no fucking clue what they're talking about. The people that don't know how to pronounce names, like I was talking about a couple shows earlier. I can do the fucking job. Trust me. Hire me.
Yeah.
Damn it. But no, in order for me to be hired, I'd have to get a haircut.
Plus, it's everything going to digital, Captain. Like it's a shame with newspapers. I'm a newspaper guy. So I know I look young. I know I look 28, but I'm 38. So
you're archaic, Nick. Oh my God,
he's the baby of the bunch, Captain.
He's 38. Yeah, woo, getting up there, old whippersnapper.
Yeah, man. About a year and a half from the big 4-0. But I could be like Coach. Coach is going to be 5-0.
Getting there. I'm creeping. I'm a little ways away from there yet.
Young fucking kids kill me, man. Kill me. So. Nick. I actually have a T-shirt that's older than you.
Oh wow!
I don't wear it, but I'm just saying it was given to me as a gift. It was an AFC West champions T-shirt from the Oakland Raiders. When were you born?
1982.
Yep, definitely older than you. It was like from 1976. AFC West champions T-shirt, and granted it's worn, but it was given to me as a gift. So I definitely have a T-shirt that's older than you.
Nice. All right, folks, we're gonna break the huddle.
Go Flyers!
Thank you for everyone checking us out. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk some more Flyers tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see how Nevada Nick works out with his picks. So everyone, same time tomorrow. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out.
Pee-pee eater sucks.